how can you tell the difference between a good deal and a bad one?
A lot of it for me has been personal experience, right? I mean, it's a small industry. It seems like a big one, but it's really not. So I have a lot of dealings with a lot of these buyers. If you sell as many as I do, you're dealing with most of them, good or bad. And so I have a biased opinion on many of them. I also talk to sellers that did deals with other companies that I wasn't part of. I have a lot of sellers who I know that didn't do business with me. And we still talk and are friendly, and they'll tell me how their transaction went, and what happened, and what was said, and what wasn't. I sell a lot of companies to people who aren't private equity too. I think I sold 24-ish companies last year, and probably half of them were private equity or a financially backed buyer. And the other half were mom and pops, kids, other people wanting to buy businesses, sons and daughters taking over the family business. So private equity is not the only buyer out there. There's a lot of other buyers there. But one of the first things we do, buyer requests information, signs the NDA, gets financial verification. They're really a buyer. We do set up a phone call right away. And let's see if we get along. Because my belief in a transaction, and once again, I'm biased, but the money's the easy part. Right? At the end of the day, they're going to make an offer, and you're either going to like the offer or you're not. If you like it, fantastic, keep talking. If you don't. But they're taking over your legacy. They're taking over your baby. And so many people are going to live in the same town, go to the same church, shop at the same grocery store, and I wouldn't want to hide my head thinking, oh, I sold my company to a rip-off artist, and now all these customers have been my customer for 30 years are bad people. So we try to get a phone call in early. Let's see, do you like them? Does it seem like a good fit? Next step is going to be an in-person meeting. So we can sift and sort through what they're saying. Sure, some people can be on their best behavior for a while, but often they'll slip up and we'll realize they're a jerk. And once again, do 137 deals. I've kissed a lot of frogs. And I'll say, hey, here's the experience I had with them. Here's what my take is on them. You form your own opinion and see what you think. So it's time in the field, enough deals, interviewing people, and once again, creating competition. I have another company we listed last week. We've had a ton of activity on it, and we've set up phone calls with buyers. And so we'll set up, last week I think we had like 7 calls with this one seller on all these buyers. And the seller called me on Friday and said, at first it was overwhelming having these calls, but I'm so glad we did because now I have something to compare it to, right? If I would have just talked to the first person, I would have thought, yeah, seems good. They seem like the right person. Now person number 4, wow, they were special. They said all the right things, and now I have something to compare it to. So once again, more eyes on the business, give you more choices, create more competition, and hopefully ends up getting in the right buyer's hands.